It's go time. We are live in the Giving Garden.
Great. It's suddenly sunny. It's been cloudy all day and now it's sunny. Right in time for Facebook Live. So I'm Ellena and I'm with Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Yes, Melissa, Terracore in the house.
Yes, and we are here in the Giving Garden, and you can see the community garden, the Grow Food Northampton Community Garden in the background, where so many things are blooming. The sunflowers have even started blooming. You know, it's really the height of summer, and where we are in the Giving Garden, where we donate thousands of pounds of local produce. I just looked at our tally so far for the season, and we've donated about 3,000 pounds so far to our organizational partners.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we're just getting into the height of tomato season, and eggplants and more carrots, and yeah, all the things to come, more cucumbers, and we're excited about that. So excuse me if I'm squinting because it's a little sunny, but so today on this sunny Wednesday in July, we're going to talk about a few things. I want to first acknowledge the land that we're on right now in Florence, Massachusetts, and this land has been stewarded for thousands of years by the people who came before us, the Nipmuc and Pecumtuck people and the Nonotuck tribes. And this place has such a rich history that we've delved into in previous Facebook Live posts. So, and today I just wanted to acknowledge just like the wisdom in the vast knowledge of medicine that exists here, and all of the plants that are like bountifully in bloom right now in the height of the sun and the summer, and how people before us have used all of these plants for their own specific reasons and purposes to help them through different struggles. And right now I've found a lot of comfort recently in looking to plants, and I know Melissa has too, and
yes.
We've to tending to them and to drinking tea from them, and to just having the tending of the plants and harvesting and eating food and making food. I know we can't really make food together as in the same way at this moment because we're, separating ourselves physically, but we could make food and we can eat it outside together, and we've been having lunches with our little intern crew and our volunteers, sometimes just a few of us at the garden, and so I just wanted to speak to that. And so start with this plant that I have in my hand. Okay, Melissa, what is this plant?
What does anyone know? Does anyone know what this plant is?
So this is
it's a Staghorn Sumac.
Yes, Staghorn Sumac. So why is it, well, I like that name because actually of a lot of different reasons. And one thing that's really unique about this plant is that it actually has a fuzzy stem. When I do tree ID with all sorts of classes in the winter, we've done with 3rd grade, 2nd grade, we've done winter branches. And one thing that's really unique about the Staghorn Sumac, it's kind of like a shrub tree, is that it has these fuzzy stems, and I think that it's like, so the Staghorn Sumac, the horns are fuzzy, so that's why it would be named that.
And then, even though it's kind of a shrub, it can grow to 33 feet tall.
Totally. So yeah, and actually in the way background you can see one. I don't know if the video can capture it.
Behind where the Giving Garden sign is.
Yeah. There's a big there's a big sumac shrub. I actually don't know if it should be called a tree or a shrub. Anyway, so I love this plant. It's so beautiful. Last summer when we had several different field trips come out, I would give it to different 6th graders and we would sample it. And actually one of the most memorable things that one of them said was that he wanted to market it to like a coffee shop as to make some kind of special latte, like sumac latte. He was very into trying it. And what part of it do you eat? You eat this part, the kind of very fuzzy red fruit that you wouldn't really think of as being edible, which is kind of exciting that you get to eat this thing. I mean, when I consider eating it, you're kind of chewing on it and then maybe spitting it out if you don't want to eat the hard seed part.
It could also be used in pies, I think.
Well, it can also be used in teas. And so sumac aid, so you can
make soda.
Yeah, you can just rip just the whole head of this red fuzzy fruit and put it in water, maybe put it with some rose hips or other kind of vitamin C rich plants, and or even you can add some lemon to it also, and it creates this really nice citrus drink.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's so good and cooling. Yeah, well, so this plant is very powerful as a cooling plant. You know, in the heat of the summer, it's sour, it's astringent, it tones the mucous membranes. It's like a toning plant.
And I know that Native Americans used it to treat colds and sore throats.
Yeah.
And dysentery, scurvy.
Yes, because it's a strong source of vitamin C, and yeah, it's an anti-inflammatory plant. So we really like Staghorn Sumac. Also, it's really beautiful. Just like when you see it on the side of the road, it's very hard to miss because it's just like this amazing tall shrub with fuzzy red fruits on it. And
it's very adaptable. It grows. Yes. It's drought resistant.
Yep. It grows on like edges of roads. Yep. In like very disturbed places. So yeah, so it's a strong plant.
So it's you know, when I first started looking at it, it seemed like another one of those plants that people can think are pesty, but when you look a little deeper, you can see all the benefits that are also available.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it might be like, I think it spreads pretty easily, right? Because it has rhizomes that will re-sprout, so underground stems. So yeah, so some people might think like, oh no, it's going to grow too fast and it's going to take over a certain area, but actually it likes disturbed areas, and it also has some cool benefits to it that we can acknowledge. Yeah, so that's Staghorn Sumac. It's really like magenta now, you know? Now's the time, like late July.
The time is now, people.
It's poppin'. Get your sumac. Make your sumac aid.
I want
at least
some.
if you're in Massachusetts, I guess, right? Yeah, I know. Maybe we should make some for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Melissa's last day with us at Grow Food Northampton tomorrow.
It is.
So we are celebrating.
And bitter sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we could have a sour drink.
Yes.
To celebrate. Yeah, and yeah, what else is going on in the garden? So many things. We've harvested our first eggplants and tomatoes, which is a true sign of that the summer is, you know, the heat of the summer is here.
Popping.
The yeah,
some
beets,
chard and kale over here.
Yeah, exactly. We've got this
some
is our
beets.
tarped and row covered area.
Yeah. Things are going to be happening here.
Things will be happening.
New cucumbers. That I picked this morning.
Winter squash, which is showing its little tiny fruits that we're excited about. Well, so the other plant that we wanted to talk about is this one, where all the bees are hanging out.
The bees are buzzing today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good day for bees. So I've actually found, does anyone know what this plant is? This is, Melissa, do you want to say?
No takers. We're looking at some tulsi basil or holy basil.
Yes, it's this is in the basil family. I mean, it is a type of basil. I found that when it's in the garden and it's flowering, the bees adore it, and it's such a such a pollinator friendly plant. It's so aromatic. Yeah, we have like a little bed of it. We have a few little pieces of it here, which I find that it's always good to, I mean, I like planting tulsi in the garden as just an extra pollinator plant. It doesn't take up very much space. We use it, we cut it and we give it out to some places to make teas with it. And then we also yeah, I want volunteers to take it, interns, just like to have it for the bees.
It's not a perennial.
It's not a perennial, but it's a hardy annual,
Mm-hmm.
so it could reseed itself. I've had that happen sometimes. But it's true, you have to plant it every year. Good thing that we're right next to Sawmill Herb Farm, and sometimes she has extra tulsi. So that was really
I
great.
think that's how we got this
This
tulsi.
is exactly how we got it. So I asked for a donation from Sawmill Herb Farm, and she generously gives us some tulsi plants, and then we can have like some little pollinator beds. You see, I pair it with, there's some calendula here, which is also a really beautiful to look at and medicinal plant. So, yeah, do you want to say something about tulsi? And we can.
Yeah, it's another plant that has massive medicinal benefits.
Yeah.
It's antibacterial, it's an antifungal.
Yeah.
It's
a
good
plant-
for digestion.
And to like introduce that it's a plant native to Southeast Asia and India, it's like, yeah, it's a very important plant in Indian cuisine, culture, medicine, and it's deemed an adaptogen, which means that it helps your body adapt to. And we all know that we're probably all experiencing some kind of stress these days, more heightened than normal. So I would wager a bet on that one.
Yeah,
So-
and it's also considered a protector, you know.
Yes, I know that some people, or I've heard a tale that you plant tulsi right outside your house,
Mhm.
so that you pass by it when you enter the house, and you kind of like, brush against it, and then when you brush against the plants, like especially aromatic plants, it lets off a scent. And so, yeah, to have it as a protector.
So it's good to have in our garden.
Yeah, it is to have, especially on this border of the garden. And yeah, I use little plant like leaf and flower for tea. You could dry it or have it fresh. Yeah, if you infuse it for a longer amount of time in water, then it will steep in the water. It's also cool to remind us, so it's very closely related to basil. And basil, which we have a tremendous amount over there, we could even go to it, also is one of these plants that has a lot of health benefits to it.
There's some purple basil right here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
Well,
you guys can-
actually, that's,
that's
it's not. It's actually shiso, which is another one of those the circular herbs that I got donated for our little border.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have some purple basil maybe next year. I've thought about that. Yeah, I just wanted to, we wanted to make sure to share the tulsi with all of you, especially, when it's in the peak of its bloom, and we're going to be doing several different harvests of it, and having it to share with people. I think that's what we got today.
Okay, thanks so much, Ellena.
Yeah,
This has
thank
been
you,
so much fun.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa, and it's really great to be here and have Melissa as our camera person, and and to like think about the things that we wanted to say together, and the different kinds of vegetables that we wanted to focus on, and see how the garden progressed over the season, because we've been doing this now for a bunch of weeks. So
Yeah, and it's been a great opportunity for me to learn about these different things and delve a little deeper to find out about these plants.
yeah, right. Well, there's always more to learn. So
For sure.
yeah, we'll see you soon. So bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.